I got two things to say. Number one, this was a really good fairy tale chapter. Number two, please, Hiro Mashima, please, for all that is holy, for the sake of your fans, do not screw this up. Nothing is the same way anyway. Nothing is the same way. Wait, tell me we're all gonna be okay. Would you be there if they took this city away? Hey guys, LunarSpasm27 here, bringing you Fairy Tale Chapter 356, Tartaros Prologue. So the chapter begins with a color page where you get to see Silver heading towards what looks like the headquarters of Tartaros, I believe. But we had to cut to the Parliament of Magic Congress era, where the Magic Council is being held, and they were talking about whether to continue holding the Grand Magic Games ever since Fairy Tail has come back and has won. Now, one of the chairmen, Grand Doma, actually interrupts them and tells them that the main topic was about Tartaros. They're aware of the activities of Tartaros at the moment, with their allied guilds being wiped out for the past 7 days. Now, some people assumed that it's either Crime Sorcier or Fairy Tail, but according to Orgoroshi, it might be Tartaros themselves, which everybody else laughs at him for it. Then again, what am I supposed to expect from a Magic Council that was fooled by Jalal himself when he was evil to unleash the Etherion blast on the Tower of Paradise? Guys, these guys are idiots. At least there are some smart people in this magical council. Now, in the council, we see Lahar and Doranbolt, who are also in the council, and the chairman Grand Doma actually believes what Orgoroshi says. And they say that it's about time that they take a stand against Tartaros, since they've been turning a blind eye on them, even though they have no idea about anything about these guys. But then they're interrupted by one of their, subordinates or something. I don't know, it looks like a frog guy. But before he can tell them the bad news, all of a sudden, yeah, that's right. The Magic Council building has been destroyed. Now, for some reason, we have to see 2 pages of this, by the way. But after the explosion, we see that Doranbolt is alive. But as for Lahar, yeah, he's dead, I think. Well, most of the Magic Councils are all dead. Well, minus Orgoroshi, who's still alive. But for now, at least. Well, at least we're getting some casualties and a great sense of danger here. Granted, it's not minor important characters from the Fairy Tail series, but hey, you got casualties. You got a sense of danger right here. So we learned that the person responsible for blowing up the Magic Council building and probably killing everybody inside it was a person that grabbed onto Orgoroshi's head. Turns out this guy's name is Jackal, who looks like this cat-human hybrid thing, and I don't know why, but he kind of reminds me of Deidara since his magic involves blowing things up. He's a member of the Kyuukimon, the 9 demon gates of Tartaros, and he was sent on a mission to kill everybody and destroy the Magic Council. Now, when he grabbed onto Orgoroshi's head, it starts to glow, and it looks like anything he touches, they blow up. I'm assuming that's the gist of his magic. And before Doranbolt can do anything, Orgoroshi tells him to get away from here, but Doranbolt doesn't want to leave, but Orgoroshi tells him that he has to survive to carry on his sense of justice. Now the explosion occurs, and what happened to Doranbolt? Well, you have to wait later on because we cut to the Fairy Tail headquarters. Now, Fairy Tail is just, being Fairy Tail. They're, eating, drinking, talking, having themselves a good time. But with Erza and Makarov, Erza was telling him about what happened during their mission. She told him about Minerva being enlisted in Succubus-Eye, the Dark Guild. As for what happened to her father, his whereabouts are still unknown. Well, considering he got a hole punched through his chest by Sting, I'm assuming that he's dying in a ditch somewhere. Now, speaking of Sabretooth, it turns out that they have a new leader, and that is Sting. Whoa! Wait, hang on. Let me get this straight. The new leader of Sabretooth is Sting. Now, and according to the chapter, he's the new guildmaster? No. I really didn't want to bring this up, but need I remind you what happened at the end of the Grand Magic Games? Alright, I've been waiting for this moment. I got the clear upper hand. I can take down all these fairy tale members. I am gonna win this for my team. Oh my god, they're staring at me. Oh my god, their stares are so intense. I can't do this. I can't do this. I surrender. Yeah, remember that? Mister, I can't beat them even though I had the advantage because they're all staring at me. Fucking Sting is the leader. I'm sorry, but ever since that chapter, I cannot respect this character anymore. Oh my god, why is it fucking Sting the leader? You know, right after that, we cut to the usual Grey Juvia moments. Juvia trying to get Grey to love her, this time by making some bread for him. One batch has a picture of Grey on each piece, and the other batch has a picture of Juvia on. Elfman was kind of oblivious to the situation, so he eats the Juvia bread, and, you know, I guess in a way, Juvia is eaten out by another man. Ha ha ha, very funny. I didn't really care much about it because it's the same thing in a way. It's just Juvia trying to get Grey to love her, which doesn't work as always. Because apparently what he said during the celebration, turns out he really was telling her that he doesn't love her like that. But, you know, he was just being nice since Juvia went through all the trouble to make the bread, but he ate Grey bread and he's kind of freaked out by this and ha, fairy tale, blah, whatever. But then we cut to Natsu, Lucy, Gajil, Wendy, Levi, and the Exceeds learning about E.N.D. Unfortunately, they didn't learn anything about it. All they know is that it's supposed to be the strongest demon from Zareth, even stronger than Deliora or Lullaby. Also, we learned that each of Zareth's demon comes in one book. One demon per book, if you will. So Natsu comes to the conclusion that if they're going to try to stop E.N.D and Tartaros, they gotta bust up Tartaros. Yeah, great idea, Natsu, except you don't know where Tartaros is. We see Jet and Droy busting right in, and they're about to tell Natsu and the others about what happened in the Magical Council. And speaking of the Magic Council, we finally get back to them. We see a bunch of dead bodies. Yeah, I think Bahar's dead. Doranbolt seems to be the sole survivor. So yeah, he managed to survive. I'm assuming he teleported away. He was in the prison to talk to Cobra. He wants him to tell him everything he knows about Tartaros, which Cobra will do in exchange for Doranbolt releasing all the Eurasian says that wait a minute. In the chapter, he says all 6 of us. But if I recall correctly, Hadai defected when he turned good by Nirvana. All that's left was Racer, because it turns out he didn't die from suicide bombing himself, and Leon, Angel, Midnight, and Brain and Zero. Honestly, I don't know if Brain Zero is alive. Cobra's alive. The stick thing was destroyed. Or is this because, oh god, is this because of the whole Key to the Starry Sky filler arc? Do I have to watch the filler arc? Because are they referring to the new Eurasian says? Because that one consists of the old members, minus Brain, and for some reason the stick thing was alive. Although I thought it wasn't canon because he also appeared in the Rave Master Fairy Tale crossover OVA. And I also heard that Allegor also joined. Is that what he's referring to? I mean, is that what he meant by all 6 of us? Does this mean I have to watch an anime filler arc? I don't know. Well, anyway, Doranbolt says that he doesn't have the authority to do this, so then Cobra says talk to the higher-ups, but Doranbolt's all like, the higher-ups are all dead. Awkward. He teleports right behind Cobra, knife right on his neck, telling him that his patience wearing thin since his friends are all dead, and he wants him to spill out everything he knows about Tartaros right now before he slits his throat. Although Cobra is still not budging on the condition of his but he is going to tell them one thing. Now, before we get to learn what he tells them, we cut to the headquarters of Tartaros. We see Kyoka with a couple subordinates behind her. Kyoka told Silver that he has shown up in his human form. So I'm assuming Devil Slayers have like their own special dragon force in a way, like a devil force or something, or they have their own demon form. But that's kind of still confused me how a devil slayer is in a guild consists of what looks like demonic beings. We'll actually learn another member of the Kyuukimon. Her name is Tempesta, but she's not here, so we don't know like what she is. Anyway, Kyoka knows about the missions that Jekyll and Tempesta are doing, so it means that Tartarus has finally began with their operation. Now we get to see more of the members of the Kyuukimon. One roly-poly guy with a walking cane, a girl with horns, a multiple armed guy with what looks like 3 tails or something, I'm not sure. One guy with a staff with his mouth stitched up, and what looks like one of those lizard transformations that Elfman would usually go through with his magic or something. I don't know. We cut back to Cobra, and he tells Doranbolt that all the members of Tartarus are not human, and that they're all demons from the Book of Zareth. Not only that, but their master's name is E.N.D. And that is where the chapter ends. So that is Fairy Tale chapter 356. What did I think? Well, this was definitely a great start to what looks like might be the final arc. I really hope that Tartarus will not get shitted on like some of the other dark guilds, because this is supposed to be the strongest dark guild in the Balam Alliance with Grimoire Hearts and Eurasian sets. Now, I like the surprise twist that all the guild members in Tartarus are not human, but that would make sense since you see most of them have some sort of demonic physical characteristics that you can definitely tell they're not human. Although I still want to learn more about Silver since he's an ice devil slayer, and he says that he has a human form, so maybe he's got his like own version of dragon force, like devil force, or maybe he is also not human. I'm not sure. But the surprise twist is that the guildmaster is actually E.N.D. The same E.N.D. that Ignil tried to kill. The most vile magic that Ignil tried to destroy over 400 years ago. I think it was 400 or something like that. He's the leader of Tartarus. Now, I'm not sure if Zareth is involved in this. I don't know. Considering that we've seen Zareth, he doesn't seem like to be the person involved with this. I'm not sure. I don't get Zareth's deal, honestly. But I am looking forward to seeing Tartarus. This was actually a great beginning. We got like a sense of danger right then and there. We get to see one of the members of the Kyuukimon's special abilities, Jackal. We know that this guild is not somebody you'd mess with. I just hope they don't get shitted on by the power of friendship. Now, next week's chapter is called The 9 Demon Gates. We'll get to see more of the Kyuukimon and probably see them actually beginning what looks like their war on the entire land of Fury or something. I'm not sure like what their goal is at the moment. I'm not even sure if Zareth is involved in this, but Zareth books consisted of these demons in Tartarus. So there is a connection between Zareth and Tartarus. I'm not sure if Zareth is involved in this. But all I know is that I'm actually looking forward to this, but I don't want to get my hopes up. When it comes to these arcs, they start off really well in the beginning, and then later on, it starts to go downhill, and the ending, it's either okay or not so good. But usually some of the endings are usually good. So for now, I really hope Hiro Mashima doesn't screw up this arc. But overall, this chapter was a good start to this next arc. Now, as for the whole Juvia thing with Gray, I didn't really care much about it because it's like the same song and dance, really. Her trying to get Gray's affections. And it seems that Gray really did reject her at the moment, but she's still not giving up. Considering that we've seen this many times, I just didn't care anymore about it. The beginning, though, with the Magical Council all being dead minus Doranbolt, kind of caught me off guard. This shows you how much of a threat Tartarus is, and I'm liking it. So all I hope is that Hiro Mashima does not screw this up. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So yeah, that is Fairy Tale chapter 356. I'm going to spawn on 27, and I will see you guys later. Bye.